Methods. We're going to look at not 6D, question 3A and 4AC. So we want to use grouping in pairs to solve the following. So we factorize by grouping and then refactorize again. So the common factor between x cubed and x squared will be x squared, and then I can take out the x squared and we're left with x minus 1. And then do you notice how there's x minus 1 here? Great. There's a common factor of x minus 1. Now, note there's like a number 1 in front here. Okay, so if I take out x minus 1, I get x squared plus 1. Okay, and I can solve this because by non-factor law, x equals 0, not 0, x equals 1 here. But here, this can't be factorized, okay, because if you look at the graph of x squared plus 1, it's never going to hit x equals 0, okay, so it's not going to never hit, so no solution here. And you can confirm this by finding the discriminant. So b squared, which is 0 squared minus 4 times that, times a, which is 1, c equals 1. 0 minus 4 is a discriminant of negative 4, so that's not going to have a solution. So the only solution to this is x equals 1. For a, we want to factorize this. So I need to use, I need to use the technique where I try different factors, see which one works. So I'll try P of 1 first. 1 minus 19 plus 30. No, it's not going to work. Does not equal 0. P of negative 1. Negative 1 plus 19. Negative 1 plus 19 plus 30 does not equal 0, so it's not going to work. P of 2, 8 minus 19 times 2 is 38, so minus 38 plus 30. Yes, it works. This does equal 0, so x minus 2 must be a factor. Okay, because if P of 2 equals 0, then x minus 2 must be a factor. So I'm going to use by inspection. X times what gives you x cubed? Must be x squared. Negative 2 times what gives you 30? It must be negative 15, because negative 2 times negative 15 is positive 30. Then, what do you need, or what's your goal? My goal would be, let's say, I have negative 19x here, so goal would be negative 19x. What do I have? I have, in terms of x's, x times negative 15, so negative 15x. Okay, have negative 15x. So we need an extra. To get to negative 19x, we need an extra negative 4x. Okay, so to generate that, negative 2 times what gives you negative 4x must be positive 2x. Okay, so that's fully factorized. Okay, now I need to factorize the quadratic. So two numbers multiplied give you negative 15, but add to give you positive 2. 3 5s will work. So if positive 5, negative 3. Okay, so x plus 5, x plus 3 equals 0. Okay, so therefore, by non-factor law, x equals 2, negative 5, and also negative 3 here, so positive 3. Done. For part C, you do the same thing. So try P of 1 equals 0. Does that equal 0? 1 minus 1 minus 2 plus 2. Yep, it does look like it equals 0 for me. So x minus 1 is a factor. So I'm just going to put that at front. So x minus 1 is factor. So then I factorize using by inspection. So that's going to be x squared. Negative 1 times what gives you positive 2? Must be negative 2. And then what do we have? We have negative x squared. So our goal is negative x squared. we have, what do we have? We have negative x squared. Okay, so we have already a negative x squared. So x times what gives you, we don't need any x squares, we need 0 x squares. So x times what gives you 0 x squared? X times must be 0, so it must be nothing in the middle, okay? So meaning your factors are x minus 1, x squared minus 2. Okay, so if you wanted to factorize it fully, then you can use dots for the second factor. So we get x minus root 2, x plus root 2 equals 0. So therefore x would equal, using our factor law, 1 root 2 negative root 2. Okay, so we've got 3 factors. Okay, that one was actually a bit tricky, simply because you needed to know that your goal was negative x squared. We've already reached our goal of having negative x squared, so essentially you don't need anything. Okay, so there's nothing in the middle. So essentially you've got x squared minus 2 as the final factor. So hopefully that helps.